Hey y'all, welcome to Life on Goldman Road. Clarence and I got away for the weekend. Grayson is with me here today, and I'm going to take you through a little bit about what we did. Now, we were supposed to check into our cabin on Friday, but we decided because it was an 8-hour drive that we would go up on Thursday. And so we drove all day and got up there Thursday evening and checked into a hotel just off the strip. It was very nice. Timbers Lodge, I believe is what it was called. Anyway, super cute rooms. Now, we were really close to the island as well, so we could see the Ferris wheel and some of the rides from our balcony over there at the island. The Christmas lights were all in their glory. They have lights everywhere up there. Also, from our balcony, you could see a bridge, and that bridge was decorated and had Christmas trees, and it was really cute. We got pizza that night because we did not want to venture out. We were tired. We did drive through and see the lights and everything, but we were just ready to kind of get settled. We did not make reservations. So I told Clarence, I said, just pull in somewhere and let me find a hotel. And happened so we found this little nugget, and I would not have mind staying there all weekend long. It was very nice. Like I said, we ordered pizza that night. We got it from Legends. It was a very good pizza. We enjoyed it. They brought it directly to our room. We did not have to get out and go get it. But they are on Wears Valley Road, just a little piece from the strip there in Pigeon Forge. So it was a very, very good pizza. The next morning, we ventured out. We decided we were going to take it in sections since we had all day on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We figured why not break it into thirds? So Friday morning, we got up, and of course, we had breakfast at the Old Mill. If you've ever been to Gatlinburg and have never tried the Old Mill, that is a definite try. We have had breakfast there several times, and I believe we've had lunch there as well. But fantastic food. It's never disappointing. We got to sit. It was kind of a little porch. We were over the water. It was nice. The sun was bright that day, and the temperatures were really in the upper 50s. And then, of course, at night it dropped down to into the low 30s. So days were great. But we ate breakfast there at the Old Mill, and then we went out to Cades Cove. Decided to do that for our roundabout on Friday. It was still early in the morning, so we were hoping to see some wildlife. We did not get to see any bears, but we did get to see turkeys, and we saw some deer. So that was always, that was great. when we got back to Gatlinburg, we decided we were going to park and do the strip and walk and do any little shops that we wanted to do. And for a bucket list, I have always wanted to do the Sky Bridge since it had been built. You have to ride the chairlift up there. That is one thing that I had not done, but I kind of wanted to do. So we checked that off. And for someone that is terrified of heights, and I do mean terrified of heights, I loved it. I loved it. I told Clarence if we ever came back in the summer, I was packing a cooler and snacks with drinks, and I was buying a day pass to ride the Skylift, and that's where I would be, just making the loop. I loved it. We got up, and they had the huge Christmas tree on top, and then we've got to go across the Sky Bridge. We also got to go to the Tulip Tower. That is another tower you can walk up. We did not walk up because I was tired. I had stepped out. But we did cross the swinging bridge and did some things. We went into the gift shop there at the top. They have little finger foods and, pizza and nachos and things like that. We didn't eat up there, but let's see. We took pictures and made the decision that we were going to come back that night. We had bought a day pass for the Skylift. So in doing that, you could ride the Skylift as many times as you wanted and venture to the top of the mountain and do the Sky Bridge and all of that stuff. So that was fun. Now, that afternoon, we did get to check into our cabin. I believe check-in time was 3, but they actually texted me earlier and said that it was ready for our check-in. But we were in the middle of Gatlinburg, so we decided we would wait. The only downside with Gatlinburg, if you happen to find a free parking like there along the river, and I think there's a couple of other spaces, you're golden. Otherwise, $15 to $20 a day for parking. So we left Gatlinburg and found our cabin, which thankfully was not very far. It was down Wares Valley Road, and you turned off a couple of times, and it was just right there. Now, when I made this reservation, I wanted to make sure that there were no mountain roads. We did not want to be up way high or, have steep inclines. Well, the road was a little bit more mountainous than I would say it was not. We did have pretty steep inclines going to the cabin, but it wasn't bad. We didn't really have any precipitation until Sunday. So it really wasn't a factor. So we were good. But had it been wet or ice or snowy, we'd have probably had a problem. So I did video us doing the drive So I will definitely show you those non-mountain roads. So like I said, we went back to Gatlinburg that night and got to see the lights and went up the lift chairs again to the Sky Bridge. We did not cross the Sky Bridge, but we took pictures of the lights and was able to look over Gatlinburg with all of their lights, and it was great. It was just really nice to be up there. I think I enjoyed the chairlift at night more than I did during the day. But it was great all the way around. We also found a shop that was police and firefighter oriented, and they had gorgeous Christmas trees decked out in police and firefighter apparel. It was beautiful. But it was a neat little store, and we went into several other little stores along the strip. The Cowboy Way in the Mountain Mall is a favorite. We always go there when we are in town. And there was, let's see, I think Branded. I think that was the name of the store. Was the other store that we went in this time. But the little gift shops and the things that you dart in and out of, and it was all good. But we tried to see everything. Now Friday we did no, my days get all messed up. Saturday we did Pigeon Forge. We started out. We were going to eat breakfast at Sawyer's, but there was about an hour wait time. We checked back at the old meal, and it was over an hour wait there. So we just went to Cracker Barrel. Nothing fancy. Filled our bellies. We love it. So we ate at Cracker Barrel for breakfast, and then we did Pigeon Forge for the rest of the day. We did the island, and there was a lot of people, but we always enjoy walking through there. We stopped in some of the shops, but we have found the island is more for the kids, the games, the arcades, the rides and things like that. So we did make a tour through there. We had considered eating at Paula Deen's, but it really wasn't time to eat yet. So we went out and did things along the strip in Pigeon Forge. There were some shops that we wanted to stop at. We stopped at a leather goods store and a, well, the name of the store is Try My Nuts. It was funny. We laughed at a bunch of the t-shirts that were in there, and I could have stayed in there all day because it smelled heavenly. So, but we did several shops there in Pigeon Forge on Saturday, and Saturday night we ate Bennett's Barbecue. That's kind of a thing that we get every time when we go up there. It's really good barbecue, and we took that back to the cabin and had supper that night. We had a sampler platter that had a little bit of everything, but we got fried deviled eggs as an appetizer. And let me tell you, if you've never had fried deviled eggs, they are fabulous. I'm hoping that we can do those together one day really soon. Sunday was a little hazy. It was very, very cloudy, and it sprinkled rain on us here and there, but not overly, you know. It wasn't a bad day. We did get into Sawyer's Sunday morning, and we were excited about that. And the food was great. We made friends while we had a 30-minute wait, which wasn't bad, but we enjoyed that. When we left there, we went up to Buc-ee's. That is new in Sevier County. So we went up to Buc-ee's, and if you've never been, let me just tell you, expect busy. I talked to one of the ladies, and I asked her how she was so calm, because it gives me anxiety when we walk through the door, because usually it is so full of people and it's huge, and it's just, and so we did Buc-ee's that day, and let's see, we got a cinnamon roll that I did not eat until we were on the way home, but it was huge. We got fudge, we got almonds and pecans that were candy coated. It was great. It just, I don't know, it stresses me out when I go in there because there's just so much going on. When we left Buc-ee's, we went to Smoky Mountain Knife Works, which is a stop that we always go in. They have expanded, and obviously they have become very popular because there was a crowd there as well. Now, in past years of going to Gatlinburg, we usually could walk through Smoky Mountain Knife Works, you know, with not a whole lot of people and everything, but this year was different. We also did the Lodge store with the cast iron, and we got a few pieces there. Let's see. Oh, we ended our day. I'm trying to think. We ended at the Apple Barn. So if you've ever been to the Apple Barn, it is wonderful. We got cups with apple cider, and we got homemade apple pies, and they had different kinds of bread and jellies and just a whole lot of stuff. They have a creamery there. You could have bought ice cream, and it is definitely a fun place to see. They also have a great restaurant. We've ate there in years past, and that is always fun. Now, coming back to the cabin, I snapped a few pictures of different little oddities and things that we enjoy seeing when we go to Pigeon Forge. So I will share those. But we got up Monday morning bright and early because we had to be back here for bowling Monday night. So we left from up there about 8:30, which was 7:30 our time. And there is a antique car dealer in Maryville. He's in Blount County in Maryville. And we had people behind us, and I snapped a picture, but I would one day love to stop at that car lot and just look at what he has. But anyway, we got back here about 20 till 4. Yeah, about 20 till 4. Kind of unloaded a few things, changed a little bit, and went to the bowling alley. And of course, first thing was first, we went through our practice. And when we did practice and I threw my first ball, I also threw my hip out. So I have been limping around the house all these past few days. And but I am much better. I am much better now. But Rowdy decides it's time for kisses. So but but anyway, that was our trip, and we had fun. All right. So that was our trip, and we thoroughly enjoyed it. We had a nice getaway. It was quiet. It was just us. We could do what we wanted to, when we wanted to, and it didn't matter. We got to see everything that we wanted to see. We got to do everything we wanted to do. Next time, I will say we probably will not go back on a weekend. We have heard all of these years about the Christmas lights, and we've always wanted to go, and so now we've gotten to go. But it was definitely better Friday before everybody got there. So I think next time when we go, we'll go through a Tuesday through Friday or something like that, and have a few days in the week And because they were telling us that the weekends are absolutely insane up there. People come in to see the lights and to do things. And I have to say, this weekend was absolutely beautiful. So we could do everything that we wanted to do. There was no snow on the mountain. I was very shocked and surprised at that. Klingeman's Dome was closed, so we didn't get to go up there. They closed it in early December, so we missed that. But everything else was just absolutely beautiful. So if you get a chance, go to Gatlinburg and check it out. But I'm going to close this video out. Rowdy says he needs some loving. Grayson and I may get in the kitchen and make some cookies. You never know. So, until next time, I'll see you later.